So, art fight just wrapped up, which means that it's time to show off all the cute OCs I drew this year. And oh my god guys, after just 2 days of art fight, I got more attacks than I did throughout the whole month last year. That's nuts. Thank you for everyone who drew my characters, and since there are so many of them, I'll be showing a little bit at a time in between showing off my own attacks. That way I won't have to cram every single attack that I got into the end of the video. Yeah, anyway, let's get into the first drawing. The first character I drew this month was Eda by Isirin. I'm probably gonna pronounce a lot of these names incorrectly, especially the username. So yeah, apologies in advance if I say your username incorrectly. Anyway, Eda is a quote adultery detective, but the description also says that she can be kind of a Cupid type of figure, so I leaned into that part of her character. I absolutely adore Isirin's art style. It's so cute and it really made me want to attack them. For the drawing itself, since it is the first one that I did this year, I started off really easy. Something very much in my comfort zone, you know? Cute girl, pink hair, bust up. Yep, check all the boxes. I love her hairstyle a lot. The little cat ear buns and the little braids coming out of it are so adorable. I kept the whole drawing pretty simple and rough. The shadows were done kind of sloppily. It looks good from afar, just don't look too close. Although I feel like all of my art is like that, to be honest. No one's gonna be zooming in anyway, it's fine. Anyway, I had a little bit of trouble with her eyelashes here. The artist draws her with pink eyelashes, which I think are super cute, but I don't really do that often or at all really, so I had some trouble kind of adapting that to my style. So in the end, I kind of chickened out in the middle there and just made the eyelashes black with a little highlight of pink instead of, you know, committing to the pink eyelash. But I think it still looks cute. Also, excuse me for ranting, but every time I draw on the iPad and then export it to my laptop, the colors are always gonna be duller. So then I have to go back and edit it on laptop and mess with the hue, saturation levels, whatever. It's so annoying. I've looked it up, seen some people on Reddit who said that changing the canvas color mode fixes it, but I've tried that and it doesn't really work. Maybe it's a little bit less dull, but it's still quite dull, and I still gotta edit it on my laptop later. Does anyone know how to fix this? It's so annoying. Anyway, rant aside, here's what the final piece looks like. And before we move on to the next piece, here are some of the attacks that I got. Look at how cute they are. This one is so cute, I love this so much. Next is Queenie by Monster Girls DM Me. You may remember this character from last year's attack showcase if you watched that video. Well, Queenie attacked me first this year with this cute little chibi gif. Oh my god, I'm crying, it looks so cute. Look at how round she is. I just had to use it as my profile picture. Look at how cute it is. Also, babe, wake up, new Dragon Lady designs just dropped. Ah! Yeah, Queenie has a few different outfit designs now, and they're all so adorable. But I chose to go with this modern day design, which is so freaking cute. Oh my god. And it's also conveniently YouTube friendly, which is great. Thank you for that, friend. I love the bright yellow overalls. So yeah, I just had to draw this design. Come on. I'm really happy that I get to showcase her chonky tail this time too. Look at how nice and chonky it is. I really like the pose that I made for this, but there was just one problem. I made her bazoingas way too small. Like, look at it. Are you kidding me? Compare that to the reference. It's not even close. So, you know, even though I had already put down the base colors by the time I noticed, I decided to go back and do my civil duty and make things right. That's much better. Anyway, yeah, I love how this one turned out. Also, side note, if my style looks a little bit different, it's because I'm working with an Apple Pencil that doesn't have pressure sensitivity. Yeah, I got a USB-C one because foolishly, I thought surely even the cheaper Apple Pencils would have pen pressure, right? Because even the first ever model had pen pressure. I was naive. But anyway, here are some more attacks that I got. Look at all that cute art, oh my god. Next is Amelia by just_semantics. This was made as a revenge for this cute little drawing of Sonny. Look at how cute she is. Amelia's backstory is so interesting, and I just love drawing demon girls and demon boys, so I decided to draw her. From the bio, what I understand is that she was once a devout Christian in our world who was very reserved and was super into the whole purity culture thing. But then one day, she and a group of friends got isekai'd into a magical realm, and they got powers and like physical alterations to their bodies, which is why she has the devil horns and the tail. And you know, being a Christian girl, she was quite upset about this at first, but then as she spends more time in the magical realm, she grows out of her narrow box and worldview and kinda goes on a rebellious streak. I absolutely live for this kind of character development. I just love it. There's something so satisfying about a character breaking free of their shell, whatever that shell may be, you know? So anyway, for the actual drawing itself, I wanted her to look a little bit cheeky, a little bit mischievous. I changed a little bit of the design, specifically the shoes part. I just really like drawing platform shoes, and I think it looks good on her. One thing that's kind of bothering me is I think I made her tail a little bit too girthy, but overall, I think this is pretty nice. I like the pose that she has here. And here are some more beautiful attacks that I got. Look at how cute I look here. And Lemon, look at how cute Lemon is. Next is Vanica Allora by NotKit. This is a revenge for NotKit for making me 2 whole drawings. Look at this one, this is hilarious. Thank you so much for that, I love it. These girls really caught my eye because their designs are so good. Look at all that personality just shown through the design. I particularly like Vanica's outfit because she has so many different kind of patterns on her, which is very fun to draw. I also always like when 2 people of the opposite aesthetics get together, you know? So I just knew I had to draw these 2 together. Their universe is set in 2003, so that really explains the fashion. But also, Allura's outfit is something you could definitely see someone wearing around right now, because, you know, I feel like we're still in the Y2K nostalgia era. Side note, I am dreading the fashion cycle bringing back skinny jeans in a couple years. You know it's coming. We gotta brace ourselves. Anyway, yeah, there wasn't much else info about the characters in the bio, so I can't really tell you anything about them. Usually I like choosing characters who have a little bit more info about them, but I think these designs are expressive enough that I had all the info that I needed just by looking at the characters. Oh, you know what I'm just noticing now? I didn't include Vanica's eye makeup. This is horrible. Who even is she now? Anyway, this drawing actually came together super easy for me. I guess I was just having a really good art day that day. More art coming through. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wonderful. Fantastic. Next is Zynthia by Zero Larina Zero. You know, I don't think I've ever actually drawn a mermaid before, ever, which is very surprising to me too. I did this one as a revenge for this Fumi drawing. I was looking through their characters and I was actually torn between Zynthia and a Naruto OC that they have. I thought it would be appropriate to revenge them with a Naruto OC since they drew Fumi, but I decided to go with Zynthia because I just like her design. I love the little dots or freckles on her skin and tail. Like there are dark freckles on her skin and light freckles on her tail, which I think looks really cool. All of her reference pictures were very dark, and I mean not just the character itself, but like the environment as well. So I tried to capture that same kind of atmosphere as well. You know, my default setting is always like a bright sunny day, so it was nice to do something different for once. I think I ended up liking the colors and the lighting that I did, although I feel like I could have pushed the levels a little bit more because it kind of looks a little bit flat now that I'm looking back at it. And also, I feel like the face was definitely a weak point for this one, which is a shame because, you know, that's usually where people are gonna be looking at, and that's kind of the focal point of the drawing. Yeah, I need to practice drawing faces from different angles more, but I am happy about the little background that it has, so that's something. Oh, and look at that, there's more art coming. Whoa, look at that. Look at that one, amazing. We're on to number 6 now, which is Dioni by Meganedere. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. I love all the gold accents and her white hair. It looks so good. Dioni is a satyr. I didn't actually know what that was before I looked it up. But apparently it's people that are part goat, so that's cool. She has quite a few different outfit designs that the artist uploaded, because apparently she's done everything from being a monk to a cyborg, apparently. But I really like the elegance and simplicity of this specific design, so I went with this one. I didn't really have a clear idea of what I wanted to do for this, so I kind of just let my hand take over and see where it goes. And because of that, I feel like the pose looks a little bit awkward with her knees bent like that. So I just cut off the drawing right under her thigh so that I don't have to worry about whatever's happening down there. Oh! And remember how I chickened out of that colored eyelash thing in the very first drawing? Well, I tried it again this time, and I can actually draw it. I think it turned out a lot better this time, and mostly because I didn't give up halfway through the drawing. It turns out, if you trust the process and just keep going at it, you come out with something decent. Who would have thunk? Also, I tried something different for the background this time. I've seen a few artists do backgrounds like these, where they have the characters scaled up and with lowered opacity. I wanted to try it too, and I think it looks pretty nice for this one. Extra! Here are some extra beautiful artworks here. Take a look-see. Next is Anita by iToro. This is a really cute witch character that I actually found on the main page of Artfight, on that recently added characters section. I was instantly drawn to her design because of her colors and the little roses on her hat. I love how the roses are distributed all over her, like it's under her skirt, it's on her hat, it's on her broom. I think it looks so good. This one was actually a little bit different because I started it as a traditional sketch. I made a few sketches, seeing what I could do with her pose, and I definitely like this one the most. Oh! I also love the chubby cat as her familiar. It's so cute, look at it! There wasn't any info about the character in the bio, and the artist said that this is one of their newer characters, so that makes sense. But she looks so sweet, and if I were to guess, she looks kinda shy and nerdy, that type of character. Mostly because of the glasses, I think. I absolutely love those circle glasses, by the way. One of my OCs, Cherry, has them too. So, you know, good taste. Hear ye, thou shalt feast your eyes on these beautiful attacks. I'm gonna run out of ways to introduce these attacks. Number 8 is Blur by Sink. Okay, first of all, look at this amazing attack that I got. I love this so much. It shows their personalities so well. In fact, I like it so much that I have it as my current desktop wallpaper. Thank you very much, Sink, for this beautiful drawing. So they only had one character, so that makes my job picking what character to draw much easier. I saw in the bio that she plays the violin, and as someone who, I don't mean to brag, but I've taken a few violin classes in my day, and I can play Baba Black Sheep on it. I thought it'd be fun to draw her playing it. And I don't know if you've ever tried drawing someone playing the violin before, but it is hard. So I did have to use a little reference to trace over the violin shape. Hey, editing Mel here. I didn't realize that tracing over an image is actually against Artfight rules. So this drawing may actually be illegal on Artfight. Whoops, that was my bad. I know some people take those rules really seriously, so I'm just putting that out there. Anyway, back to the video. This perspective would have been so hard to do without this reference, so thank you to Iris Qrisk on TikTok. I think I'm now getting bored of just doing like a flat kind of shadow on characters. So I wanted to try different types of lighting. So I decided to go with like a shadow of a tree on her face. It did, however, become quite a headache for me when it came to drawing the background. I tried including the tree, but nothing was really working for me, so I just kind of had some leaves falling, and you can just imagine that the tree exists somewhere behind the camera. Looking at it now, I actually really like it, especially after messing with the color balance and stuff. It's definitely one of my favorites from this year. Could I interest you in some more attacks? Well, take a look at these. Aren't these beautiful? It's pretty great, right? Next up is Fergus by Ace Jace. Jace drew me this cute drawing of Nova and Lila in karaoke, which I absolutely adored. This piece was a super fun one. As you can tell, I had a very hard time in the beginning. Maybe it's because lately I've only been drawing girls, but whenever I try to draw a man, it felt like I forgot how to draw completely. All of my knowledge, all these years of drawing, gone. Okay, it felt so awkward, my hand wasn't feeling right, but you know, I kept at it and I finally got something that looked decent enough, so I just stuck with it. After this struggle with the sketch though, this was a blast to do. Specifically, the fire was so much fun to draw. The lighting was super fun as well. I wanted the harsh lighting, creating really dark shadows, because the fire was so close to his face, you know? It's something I don't do very often, so I loved getting to do that here. Honestly, it's one of the reasons why I like doing art fights so much. It really lets me try things I wouldn't regularly do, you know? Anyway, Fergus is a D&D character, and he has a pretty tragic backstory. Apparently, he saw his own mother killing his brother right in front of him. And from my understanding, he's trying to bring his brother back to life, and because of that, he made a deal with the devil, and now he's a warlock. It seems like he's quite a pyromaniac. He uses his fire-bending abilities to basically get whatever he wants. That's why I chose to draw him with this kind of sinister expression and flaunting his fire powers, and I really like how it turned out. Did somebody order more art? Well, here it is! Look at that beautiful art! This is my 10th drawing, and it's of Ro by unscripted_artist. Look at this cute drawing they made of me! It looks so cute and cozy, I love it. I saw that this artist had a cute little tanuki character, and I just knew I had to draw him. A little bit about the character. Ro is a tanuki shifter, which I assume means he can transform into a tanuki, which I love. If I had that power, I'd stay a tanuki forever. Who cares about being a human? Are you kidding me? Come on. His bio says that he's been encapsulated in stone for 1,000 years to protect himself from a curse. And once he's awakened, he has definitely survived the curse, but now he has the curse of being EP all the time. He can't be active for too long, and it makes sense, you know? I'd assume if I had taken a 1,000-year-long nap, I would also need a long time to recover from that, you know? I actually started this drawing before I did the Fergus one, so I hadn't oiled up my man drawing machine yet. So I was feeling very rusty, so I thought drawing a chibi would make it a lot easier for me. And in some ways, yes, but what I didn't realize was that my chibi drawing machine was also quite rusty. So I stopped working on this one in the middle because it just looks so off. But afterwards, when I came back to it, I realized that all it needed was a little line variation, and just like that, it looks so much better. I'm telling you, this no pen pressure Apple Pencil is messing me up right now. For today's menu, I've prepared some quite delectable offerings from talented artists. Quite delightful indeed. I don't know what accent that was, but I would like to formally apologize to everyone. Number 11 is Valentino by Live Lully. Oh my god, 3 male characters in a row? Look at me go! Valentino is apparently a gender-bent version of another character, but I decided to draw him because I love this part of his personality. I love me some characters who act all flirty only to falter the second someone flirts back. Absolutely love that character trope. And you know who else likes those kinds of tropes? My OC Mira. She's an Obey Me OC that I ship with Mamon from the Obey Me universe. He's the kind of character who has the tough guy exterior but can't take any kind of affection type. So this is kind of perfect for her. Mira is quite flirty as well, you know, so she can definitely put Val in his place. That sounds weird. I just had to draw them together, okay? As for the stool part, I give full credit to my fiance for giving me that idea. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I just had to do it. This is a really simple one. Nothing fancy, nothing much to say. It's just a couple nerds being silly, you know? Oh my, is it that time already? Here are more attacks that I got. Look at all these! Next up is Candela by Expo Marker. Oh my god, look at her character design. It's so intricate and detailed, but also cohesive. And the colors look so good, and the silhouette is so distinct. I love this design so freaking much. I actually found this artist through their Love Life OCs, which are super cute too. But the moment I saw Candela, I knew I had to draw her. And her story is really interesting too. Candela is an agent of death, which is like a Grim Reaper type of figure. I hope I'm getting this correctly, but from what I understand, instead of being immortal as in being invincible, she's immortal, but she can still die. She just gets reincarnated over and over again, and that is an excruciatingly painful process. And this, understandably, chips away at her sanity little by little each time she gets reincarnated. Her split hairstyle reflects her sanity level, with the white representing her sane side and the black her crazy side. Right now when it's in the middle, it means she's 50-50 insane, but if it turns fully black, that means that she's completely gone. I actually really love this story behind her hair. I think it's so cool. The edgy teenager in me lives for this kind of story and angst. 10 out of 10, no notes. This was a super fun one to do. I feel like I missed a lot of the tiny details on her. As you can probably tell, I'm more of a see the forest, not the trees type of artist. So apologies if I missed some things, but I'm personally really happy with how this one turned out. And now we see beautiful artworks in their natural habitat. They are beautiful, wonderful, and effervescent. Truly remarkable. The next one is Naomi by Matcha Studio. Going into Artfight this year, I know I wanted to draw at least one furry character, just to put my training to use, you know? But to be honest, I had completely forgotten about this goal until like the last week of Artfight. So I quickly looked through my bookmarks to see what furry characters I had in there. I decided to go with Naomi. She's a border collie plus Pomeranian mix, and her design is super cute. I love the scene-ish aesthetic that she has here. Also, this art style looks so good. I was obviously very rusty at drawing furries because it had been a while since I've drawn one, but I think I got into it after a while of sketching. I like how this one turned out, but I feel like if I were to go back and change some things, I think it'd be the snout. I feel like I made it a little bit short for a K9 character, even though the angle is like kind of pointed towards the camera, so it would be foreshortened anyway. I feel like I could have still made it a bit longer. And also, I think unfortunately I missed some little spots on her fur, so I'd also add that if I could. As for the lighting, I don't know why, but I wanted to give her bi-lighting. I feel like it suits her. Yeah, this was very fun to do. I kind of wish I had drawn more furries, to be honest. I feel like it would have been really great to practice drawing animal characters more. But, you know, I can do that in my own time. It doesn't have to be for Artfight. Hey, what's in your mouth? Drop it. Oh, hey, look, it's more beautiful drawings. So that's where they've been. Okay, last one. This is Koa by Shrimp Suru, and he's a Pokemon trainer. I am a very late comer to Pokemon, even though I would have been the perfect age to grow up with it, but I only started playing it last year, and I love that this franchise has so many little guys. I bookmarked a few Pokemon trainer characters, and Koa was the one that I chose. His design looks so much like he would actually be in a Pokemon game. It looks so good. Oh, also, this drawing was finished like maybe 3 hours before Artfight ended. I was rushing. I had actually sketched it out a few days before, but I couldn't finish it until the very end. And oh my god, I'm so glad I got it done. Well, kinda done, you know? Considering I was rushing so much, I don't think it turned out that bad, you know? I didn't have time to properly shade it, so I just put a little gradient on it and colored the lines to make it look not so boring, and called it a day. I actually really like the pose that he has. I think it's really dynamic and cute. And that's all the attacks I made this year. Woo! I did one less attack than I did last year, so that's a bit of a bummer, because I could have had a nice and even 30 attacks in total, but oh well. And here is the final batch of defenses that I got. Thank you so much again for everyone who attacked me this year. You guys are so amazing. I love going back to see all the art that I got. It makes me so happy seeing people like my silly little characters. Anyway, if you participated this year, I hope you had a great time, because I certainly did. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'm gonna go edit this video now, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye!